Here we go. Twitter stats. I love Twitter stats. This is my 28-day summary. As you can see, I've sent 4,379 tweets so far in 28 days. The tweets you send out are determined by your audience. You need to know your audience and what they're going to accept. And so I send out a lot of tweets, so my audience expect that, and they're quite happy with it. That generates 5.84 million impressions on people's computers, smartphones, etc. Basically, it's had the potential to be saw 5.84 million times. I've had 43,000 people visit my profile. That's why profiles are important. 43,000 people have looked at my profile this last 28 days. I've been mentioned 2,000 times. I've gained 12,000 followers. I'll scroll over. And I've got tweets linking to me 13.9 thousand. Right.
Awesome.
These stats are available to everybody. So free. You just click here, go down the stats, and it's there. Oh. Somewhere here. Click your picture. No, somewhere here.
That's it.
The stat. I can't get them because I'm in them. If that makes sense. Right. But then I click on tweets because I like to find out which tweets are working, which tweets don't work. Right. So there's my 5.8 million impressions over the 28-day period. Right. Tells me the engagement of each tweet, so I know exactly what's working, what's not working, which ones had the most impressions, the most engagement. You can do that for all your tweets. It lists them all. You can export these in an Excel spreadsheet. You get your engagement. Link clicks, you see, that's 8.6 thousand. Now, as I predominantly, in fact, you always tweet my own content, every one of those clicks almost certainly is going to my website. So 8.6 thousand people have clicked links in tweets I've sent out.
Mm.
See, that's why I do Twitter, because I can generate that, and that's climbing. That climbs month on month. See, retweets, that's other people promoting my content without me having to do anything. It's 10,000. Favourites. Favourites is like a bookmark. Someone's found my tweet interesting enough to favourite it to go back and read it later. And that's my real engagement. Is 1.3 thousand people have replied to the messages I've sent out. And that's where your tweet engagement comes in. And once you start doing this, magic things start to happen. And followers. Let me show you my followers. It's going to load. Come on. Oh, this is a new one. Ah, here we go. Alright, it breaks your audience down. See? I've got more men following me than women. See?
I got more women than men. Ha ha ha.
I'd rather be you then, probably.
No, actually, I have 74% men and 26% women. I think you're doing better than me.
Yeah. But look at this. You get your household incomes broken down. Average. Net worth. Occupations. Now you imagine that from a content marketing point of view, being able to target bands like this. See? I've got quite a good educated audience. You see, this is how it all works. Tells you the carriers, everything. 43% of my audience are in the US. I know that. And only about 6 or 7% are in Australia, where I am. So I'm targeting the US. Obviously, it's where the greatest population is. But my audience grew 100,000. I grew my audience to 100,000 people in 12 months, simply by following people and unfollowing the people that didn't follow me. I just do that on a daily basis. And as long as you push out original content, the secret is original content. If if you've got to use curated content, put your opinion on it, right? Because if you use original content, people aren't finding it anywhere else because it's your own, and that's what interests them, you know.
So, Steve, real quick before you kind of jump to
Yep.
some other point. So, like, when you're talking about creating this original content and stuff, I notice you're doing some different writing. That seems like you're doing it, or are you, or do you have other folks doing writing for you, or some combination? Like, what is your way to generate that content that you post? You know, like at least what, about 100 times a day, then?
I post one new content every day, one
Okay.
blog post or one piece of content.
So then, but then you're tweeting about at least about 100. If my math is right, is about 100 times a day, right? Like that. That's roughly the. So like, how are you using like automated tweets for
Absolutely.
old links? Or?
Schedule tweets. You schedule tweets.
But then, are you using like old
Absolutely.
posts? Okay.
Live, 8 minutes, right? 8 minutes, right? Which means that I can use that tweet multiple times to capture people's attention, because I've got 100 and something thousand people following me, but they're not all sitting at their computer screen at the same time looking at Twitter. So it's just capturing attention. The secret to Twitter is to tweet the same information multiple times. I tweet a blog post title, an image, and a hashtag, which is the category that the blog is in, for about 180 days. I generate them on random, but for about 180 days, I'm tweeting that same information out there so that I get the maximum amount of usage out of that piece of content. I don't want to create a piece of content, have it sitting on my website, and then it will generate traffic from Google, yes, but I want to push it to the maximum so that it's promoted and brings as many people as possible to me. That's the beauty of social media, in my opinion.
Awesome.
It allows you to repurpose your content. So I'm repurposing it onto Twitter without any real effort. Once you've got the automated process set up, go to Hootsuite. You can take out a 30-day free trial, and even their free system will allow you to do most of this. So there's no excuse, and there's free plugins you can use. There's all sorts. If people want to know the plugins I'm using, I'll mention them on Bill's forum. I'm not going to mention them openly, but I'll mention them on Bill's forum.
Okay.
To anyone that attends. So, but Twitter, what I also use Twitter for is to build my LinkedIn following. This is the beauty, you see. I'm trying to touch people on my blog, on my social media, on all my social media channels. I'm trying to get them to integrate into every part of their social media and online presence. So I will send a direct message on Twitter to everybody that follows me saying, please connect with me on LinkedIn. Not everybody will, and that's fine. I don't have to please everybody, but a certain percentage will follow me on LinkedIn. At the moment, I think I've got 7,500 first-level connections on LinkedIn.
That's a great tip.
John?
Awesome. That's a great tip. Awesome. Thank you for that one.